This is Radio on 30. New Age Radio.
We run the streets, motherfucker.
Baby, I'm a king cause I got these kings related. And I handle my business daily. The woman that I love has been distant lately. But it's all about the money, you can miss me, baby. Yatala Jozu Kaka, I've been grinding my whole life, nigga. Nam Tomba, Yekhalela, Hopila, nice, nigga. Nam Tomba, huh? I get it by any means. Santa what a child, I give it my all, I'm spending on every beat. I do it for my mom, my daddy, and little sis. I will never fail, I said it, I'll never fail. I will put food on my motherfucking plate. When the throne's for the motherfucking take. Yes, when your vest got everybody afraid. I just got arrested for speeding in pit bail.
First and foremost, it's an honor to have you on the show. Shout out to you for coming through.
Thanks for having me, bro.
I mean, what's there not to know about DJ Switch now? You know, we've covered all those things. You know, but more than anything, I want to talk to you. This is the question that a lot of people that I talked to wanted me to ask you. Was how have you been able to maintain the longevity in the game and remain so young at heart?
Yeah, everyone ages in anyway, you know. And I think the one thing people get or get wrong or misinterpreted is that they think that this is a glitz and glam kind of thing. But you know, the only time that really happens is when you're really like financially free and you're consistently having money coming in. Then it becomes a glitz and glam thing. Because you don't have any issues. You don't have to worry about a house. You don't have to worry about a car. These are like the biggest liabilities that one will have. So I always tell somebody that just remain humble. I mean, I've been humble, and when I say humble, you're gonna get humbled, right? So you think you're gonna be on cloud 52.
By the industry or other people? Yes,
Both.
By both.
Yeah, by both. You're gonna find out that you think are your friends are not your friends. People are gonna gas you, people are gonna hate on you, they're gonna hate because you're doing good. And these are all real stories, like what everybody talks about. People hate on you because you're doing good. The only thing for you to do is to ignore that hate, because there's some Twitter troll sitting at home on free Wi-Fi at like maybe Ria Vaya, and he sees a comment by you, and then he's gonna now react, and people react because of emotions. When you tweet something that's truthful and honest, and it evokes someone's emotion, if they feel hurt, they're gonna react, and then like, why are you saying it? And that means it really is the truth. People don't like the truth, so and when I say you're gonna get humble, that you might lose everything. The only question is, are you gonna get back right up and go for it? That's another thing. So it's just about, and also just being humble, and if it's your time, it's your time. If it's not your time, it's not your time. If your time is over, it's your time is over.
Yeah.
But also reinvention, just like time changes, everything changes. Hardcore rap bars are no longer here. It's now mumble rap. If you're not moving with that, but I mean, hardcore raps are there. Subliminal raps are now even the biggest thing now, more than anything else. Rappers are singing. Hip hop consistently evolves over time. And if you don't move with the grain, or if you wanna, and I was speaking to a good friend of mine yesterday, and he says, whenever everybody's going left, you go right.
You go right all the time.
And always go right, because just like however long, I got nothing against trap. It's part of the culture. It's part of the evolution. I love a lot of trap songs actually. It's also, but also it becomes more of what the guys are saying, the content. I feel that as much as Migos has taken over this trap world, they actually got a lot of content.
You can actually hear what they say.
You can actually hear what they're saying, what they have to say. Shout out to Future, who's like the OG of trap. And then there's also like 2 Chainz. He's also a trap.
But people don't actually realize that. People think that Migos started trap.
No,
especially like the young kids.
This is the thing. If I had to ask you what's your greatest group of all time, what are you gonna say?
For me, Bone Thugs and Harmony for me.
But
I only heard about that.
Yeah, we put up a picture the other day about who's like your favorite rap group, and people were just like, so it was just a picture like, what's the greatest rap group of all time?
Yeah.
Considering that Migos right now, they've got 14 tracks off their second album on the Billboard 100. Right? There was Outkast, Wu-Tang, Niggas Without a Cause, D-Block, Tribe Called Quest. I got on my phone, but I mean, people were saying like, yo man, where's the other groups like D12 and all that kind of stuff, Just can you take a photo? Sorry. And then just press the top one, yeah. So it's that whole thing, and it's a matter of just people just saying, well, where are those groups? But Migos, because of what they've done in such a short space of time, some people feel offended with that they're not getting that kind of love. They're not getting that exposure, not getting that love. Now it's the internet. The song gets dropped today. It's in South Africa today.
Like now, right now.
Back in the day, it was like, yo, there's a new Busta Rhymes album. Oh, really? I gotta go and get it. You haven't even heard the songs. You're just gonna go buy it anyway. That's real love. Because you love the rap.
I remember when I was still growing up also, there was the fascination of like getting that album was something else. People literally queue to get that album because you want that one song that you had, as you're saying.
Today you don't get that. You know, today you don't get that. So,
but like with the evolution of everything, I don't think it's all bad. You know, there's also some good. What has been like the good things that you probably witnessed and seen with hip hop evolution along the years?
I think, you know, now in the recent times, everyone's getting paid. You can really make a job out of hip hop. You can really get paid for your passion. This is a job. This is your passion. You know, you coming from a radio background, just being an intern, you've now started something like this, and because of our internet structure and how we move, you can do that. You know, but also, what are your motives? Like, how, you know, where to from here? Thanks, bro. You know, where to from here and all that kind of stuff. So it's all that. You know, it's all that. Like, how do you see this working for you? You know, is it gonna work for you? Is it not gonna work for you? Because some people just get taken away. You know, some people just get taken.
By the hype of the wave of whatever.
Everything, the hype, the wave, the whole story.
Talk to me about this industry switch, because you've seen it. You've seen people come and go. You've seen the good and the bad. You've seen a lot of things happen in this industry. For someone that's trying to come in and try to make a name for themselves, whether it's a rapper, what are the things they gotta look out?
Man, what happened to rap? Man, these rappers so typical. I dropped a smash record. All these rappers so minuscule. It's funny how they compare me to niggas who've hit their pinnacle. And if I don't buy my mom a house this year, I'm going cynical. I don't need publicity, cause Eagle got the recipe. All I used to score was A's back in high school. Don't be testing me. Back when I was growing up, gang signs they was throwing up. The rappers say they in the game, and I don't see them showing up. Went from blowing trees to being on joints with OGs. But I'm connected to this money like my paper Siamese. Yeah. And I make these niggas grab a hearse. And when I'm on a feature, make these niggas change their verse. Goddamn.
We come from a long way, you know, and you know, the industry changes. I mean, when we did Yo TV for free for 1 year. Now the question, these guys gave us an opportunity, a platform. They said, yo, we want breakers for the show. Now, a few months before that, myself and Vogue started a breakdance competition called 2-on-2 B-Boy Battles. And it all got sparked because we were like, hey man, our passion, you know, we need to get paid for our passion. And here's a very important key, you know, if you're working with endorsements, eventually turn everything around, do good work and turn everything around and use the endorsements, right? So that because now you've proven your worth, you've proven what you can do for the brand, you've proven everything, now they gotta come to the party. And that's when business kicks in. So a lot of people miss the business part. They just see the craft, they just see the art, they just see the hype. They miss the business. They just like, I want to be on stage, I want to record, I want to what. Things change and you got to move with the time. And this industry can be short-lived or it can be long-lived. I've been here for over 10 years. I've seen artists come, I've seen artists blow, I've seen artists go, I've seen artists broke. Right, and that's a real thing. I've seen them. Some people have come back. They've resurrected themselves from the dead, but they resurrected with so much hate. They, just be humble and just accept like, yo, the homie is doing a good job, and he's doing a good job. He's, shout out to the guys behind the camera, because they're the guys that are actually making the quality of this become what it's supposed to make us look good.
Verb, yo. Whatever happened to clever rapping, the heads is asking. Now instead of passion, the level is trash to get the cash in. Question I'm asking, did it die with the veterans back then? Or does it live residing inside irrelevant has-beens like the proverb dude? But I know the truth, that's why I jump in the vocal booth to show the youth how to mold the truth into multiple quotables, but sold in the food, using flow as a tool. Heads enrolled in my school, I show and I prove just how the oldest dude is still the coldest too. Damn. And I did it so comfortably. My scriptures are humble pieces, rumble in the jungle steeds. There's no denying that I bury at 100 feet, and the level is higher once the DJ switch to ganja beats. Aish, but they turning up and they turning up. Nothing wrong with that, but they songs is whack and we're learning what. Hands have gone higher. If like me you've heard enough, man, we should build a bonfire of all their tracks and burn them up.
It's now or never, never. It's time to change the game.
go study, you know, and then apply what you studied into your craft and into your passion and make it work for you. Because sometimes textbook stuff help you along the way. Like I've learned about media communication through graphic design, and I use that in my work. I've learned about, you know, designing certain things in my radio show. I can look at how I want to look and the feel for my radio show now, and we're doing it online. You know, we've got, you know, so it really depends on how you want to apply yourself to this industry, because it can be short-lived, it can be long-lived.
And a lot of things connect in the industry as a whole.
Everything.
Whatever you
Relationships. It's so important.
Man, what happened to rap? Yeah. Man, what happened to rap? Forget it now or never, it's now or forever, forever and ever. They feel the presence every year like the month of December. To make sure you don't forget, I got much to remember. Only because I give a F like I'm Juju Malema. To you who enter with new perceptions, choose your dilemmas. Do what you do, how you do it, or just do what the rest does. Either way, know you going toe to toe with the questers, the X's and X's, just you keeping up with the Kardashians. The birth of greatness, so feel the contractions. Exceeded all expectations by a certain percentage, and still earn the respect I deserve, and I get the real deal. Surrounded by plastic like a Jordan 11. Original copy for now and forever. You duplicates should copy me now or whenever. Then we'll all be one and the same like Euphonic and Timber. The difference is I'm driven cause I know it's now or never. It's now or never.
And that's what our radio show is all about, you know. And we're gonna try and build relationships where, you know, I've mentored some people. I mean, like, I got told not to say that, you know, certain things about certain people on radio. I'm like, yeah, but I know this person. I know them before they were big. I know them before they were getting paid. Personally. So, you know, and as much as, and it just shows the level of what kind. It doesn't have to be like, I don't want to ask a normal question. I want to ask a question that's gonna evoke emotion.
Because I know you.
Because I can do it, yeah. Because I know this person. Like, yo, you don't come act on fresh with me. Like, yo, we're brother and sister, we're brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I know you, whatever the case may be. So that's the thing. So I think just, you know, when someone gets up into the industry, they're gonna get excited, but learn to. I'm not saying you must not bow down to my feet and kiss my feet kind of deal. I'm saying, like, when you go out there, you know, show up, show out, you know, go the extra bit. People don't like working in South Africa, and that's why they don't make the relationships work.
First off, fuck the deep voice. I got actual raps. Yo, what's your invoice? Skinny Negro that she might wanna feel on. She fucking with the music. I put my Celine Dion her off the leash, yo. I'm on beast mode. I got the whole city check. The new me, no. They got a dethrone. Still I'm a king though. I'm keyboard niggas come around just to see notes. I eat off words. Be your crumbs don't serve me. Yo, tweet like birdies. Yo, thumbs don't scurve me. So please, y'all better be done early, or else I put a hole in one. Ernie, so bang bang or putt putt. There's a reason why my proverbs stay high as eagles. Ngumpetha. So when tek la mawufanya ayempintu sanukushawa nangetie guest member. Now or never.
Check, man, what happened to rap? Yeah, man, what happened to rap?
This is Radio 30. New Age Radio.
We run the streets, motherfucker.
Another thing I wanted to ask, more than anything, I noticed with these two particular projects, you had Wade Go and also Now or Never, right?
Right.
On this, specifically speaking, you had like, okay, you had Toomey, you know, you had Youngster, and then you had Nasty C. That was before he kind of blew up, right?
So.
Or was it like on the trajectory of him like blowing up? Before. And you'd heard about him obviously before that.
I heard of him from. Shout out to A1 Wolf. We actually met.
What was the thing about him, about Nasty at that time that made you want to put him on that record?
It was raw.
And then you also had Shane, whereby he was around Legends. I mean, like, what is it about these two particular? Because I wanted to talk about those two particular songs.
Man, I mean, just like Kitty, I want to work with him now, but it's just difficult with the record label.
Yeah.
He's raw, and he's gonna be big. He's gonna be huge. He's just gonna be as big as Aries, as Nasty, as Shane. These are like this is our next generation of hip hop artists that are gonna be raw. See, I like to catch them when they're fresh.
When they fresh.
You know, they fresh, they're hungry, the ego's a bit down, their pride is a bit down, you know, and they're gonna be like, oh shit, we're gonna be on this joint, and you know, they're excited to be there. So they come and they deliver everything, they give it all. They're not coming there like half-assed. They come in, they're giving everything. They're giving everything that it's like they're almost gonna about to die. Like, I mean, think like even Stogie went and he said like, yo, his comment one day was, it sounded like these guys were doing their last rap song, and that's
They wanted to go out big.
they all wanted to go in. Like that was like such a compliment. That's a compliment, but also like that's
Because when you look at the verses, especially Nasty and Shane Eagle's verse on both those songs, they held their own.
yeah.
I was
and,
like,
and you know what is crazy?
Yeah.
When we were doing Where It Go, man, I can tell the story over and over because I think it's so hilarious. Now he's just blowing up. He's everywhere. He's going
Yeah.
overseas, and I mean, the time when we were doing that song, Nasty couldn't send me the song even. I just sent him data so he could send me the joint.
it's crazy.
He actually produced Where It Go, and he did the hook for Where It Go. And all he just did was he was raw talent,
Yeah.
and he was a fire. He was a fire that needed to be ignited, but it's what South Africa needed.
The minute you heard him first, did you actually know how big
I've
he
seen
was?
him live. I was with him in Durban, and I just said, "Yo, I want to work with you," and that's it. And 3 months later, we in studio. It's Stogie T. I'm like, "Yo," so it's actually Stogie called me up,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Bro," he's like, "Bro, let's work." I said, "Bro, let's work." For me, it was an honor because it was a compliment that this
Yeah.
guy's picking up the phone and saying, "Let's work," and I'm like, "I'm down. Let's work." I want to be the DJ who does maybe who only wants rap artists on a track. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Like, yo, that's what he wants.
You have your own niche.
I'm making my own lane. I'm driving it. So Stogie picked up the phone. He calls. I'm like, yeah, cool. And I'm like, yo, is Youngster in town? He goes, Stogie was like, yo, Young's in town. I'm like, oh shit, let's do it. So I'm like, are you vibe together? Like, yeah, let's vibe. And then for them it was Ramadan, so they were breaking bread together.
Okay.
So we just said like, okay, cool, let's do it. And then I'm like, yo, I got some beats as well. You got some beats? I said, yeah, I got some beats. So I was like, I said, Nasty, send me through some shit. I'm gonna put you on big time. So he said, okay, cool. So he sent me some joints, and because he was producing a lot at that time,
Yeah.
and we were just like, okay, cool. So we started playing some, and he just asked like, yo, who's this kid? And at that time, Juiceback was bubbling. It was just about to peak off.
Yeah.
And I remember we were like, yo, this is this kid from Durban. And Stogie also called. He was like, shit, like who is this? And I'm just like, yo, well, here's the joint. And it's like, yo, we're gonna rap on this joint.
This one.
And he had just done the hook, and he sent me that beat the day we were in studio, the morning. And he just sent it through, and he said, yo, we're gonna do it on this joint.
You see what you just said? What's nasty? Talk to me about Shane. On the
Shane-
Now or Never. Because Now or Never, that was... I caused a bit of
I
controversy
know.
here and
I
there
think
because
it was
a lot
so-
of people were like,
and-
why wasn't I on the track? Why wasn't I?
people and I called up a couple of people. I said, yo, I can name them. I called AKA, I called KO, and I wanted
Who
to
made
have
that beat? Now or Never beat.
Ganja Beats. Shout out to Ganja Beats.
Alright.
I called up a lot. I said, yo, I got a beat for you. Like, this is the one. I want you to rap. Nah. I said, cool, but it's because of the way we shot it.
Okay.
The style that I wanted
Yeah.
to portray. We're actually busy with number 2 at the moment.
It's crazy.
We're busy with the continuation.
Of Now or Never.
Yeah. But it
Okay.
won't be called Now or Never.
Okay.
It's
okay.
another song, but it's part 2.
Who's on that? Oh, you can't release nothing yet.
I'm not. Well, we'll find out when it comes out.
Okay. But you were saying you were talking about
it's-
Shane. What was it about him?
So Shane also Ricky gave me the heads up.
Okay.
And when someone says like, "Yo, check this kid out," and I mean, it's someone in the industry, I'm gonna listen to you quicker than somebody that's not in the street, because somebody that's not in the street can just be guessing, but there's somebody who's in the industry who's there, like a radio personality or artist, like, "Yo, watch out for this guy." And season 1, the hustle, I didn't even know Shane much. I wasn't really phased by him, and I just want to know who the winner was, and I wasn't really phased, and we were there for the whole thing, and then they did Way Up. Way Up was okay, and then we saw him perform, and it was like, cool, and then Ricky just said like, yo, check out this kid, like watch out for Shane. Shane's gonna be huge. And then and I looked at Ricky, and I know when Ricky called something, and this is when we were in the club, Ricky just called like, yo, watch out for Shane. So I got Shane's contacts. I don't know how, I can't even remember how, but I got it. Called the boy up, and I said, yo, bro, what up? It's Switch. And it's like, yo, man, I'd like to work with you.
Yeah.
And then let's come to studio. Let's, And I was following Shane. and he dropped a joint called Cutting Corners.
Yeah.
And I think that also got me a little bit more intrigued. Like, yes, bro, like what this guy's saying.
And you heard
We all
that?
got
That
baggage.
track
It's a
before
long
he
drive
spoke
to
to Ricky
heaven, and
or
I'm just trying to put some gas.
No, I
in
was
it.
following him already. I was now watching it, and then obviously I'd heard Cutting Corners, and I liked the style.
Okay.
You know, he was very like a J. Cole kind of persona. You know, what J. Cole is now, not what he was before. You know, so for me, I just jumped into that, and I said, yo man, let's work together. I like your style. And he came with a different kind of personality when he came to studio. Like, he had already his 12 was written. And how his verse ended was, hip hop used to drop bars, but now it's just dead.
Yeah. That song was very important, especially when it came out.
Yeah.
And the sound, because so many things didn't sound like it.
Yeah, and I think, and that once again, when everybody goes left or right, you go the opposite.
But over the years, the one thing I'm happy about is the fact that we've watched you grow from a presenter to a DJ and to a businessman. You know, over the years, this has been something that we've witnessed switch. Talk to me about tapping into all those things and coming to the business side.
Just recently, I work a lot on my personal development.
Yeah.
Reading books from successful people, the Richard Bransons, the whatevers.
Have you watched? Have you read The Richest Man in Babylon?
No, I've
yeah.
in Babylon.
Yeah.
No, I'm supposed to read that as well.
All right.
I've read, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, someone who goes and studies 500, successful people, multi-millionaires. And I've always realized, I just realized I was destined for something else. I was destined for bigger, for better. Because from where I come from, I didn't want to suffer, and I didn't want to see my mom suffering continuously. But I realized, you ask about how do I stay consistent? How do I stay here for so long?
Yeah.
I realized I'm a winner. Inside, I believe I'm a winner. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna achieve it. I'm gonna believe it. That's such an old saying, but it's the truth. Whatever you see you can achieve, you gotta believe. And whatever you believe you can achieve, the rest is history. So however you put it, that's what it is. And when you I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I'm a winner. And I've seen it when you sit around people, like Casper. The day before he dropped Kushesha, we had recorded Rapanda Winner with Sun, which is on my mixtape. We just finished recording that, and we saw the visuals for Kushesha, which Ganja Beats also did. Rapanda Winner with Sun was actually produced by Gemini Major, then got signed by Casper from that music video. And we were sitting there, and when you hang around people who have have a positive energy, positive vibes, you stay in their lane and you become positive. You look for the better and not for the worst, because the worst will be forgotten when you win.
Yeah.
So and I'm not derailing, but it's more so that when you go forward and you say, well, okay, fine, I'm a champion. Casper said these words like, tomorrow I'm gonna be a star. Imagine after 10 years, one video comes in and he goes, tomorrow I'm going to be a star. That's what's the words that he resonated out there.
You saw it.
You saw it coming. Going back to the initial question.
It's cool.
It's.
Let me tell you something. The crazy thing and the nice thing about having Switch on the show is that you're going to get a lot of knowledge on so many other things. Because when people watch this interview, that's what they're going to be listening to. Not just basically the things that I'm asking you, but the other added jewels and pearls. With the business side, what is the one thing you probably don't like about it?
Running off the people for money, bro. That's what you got to get a manager, invest in a manager. Manager will, take care of that. I think just, and also, there's something I just posted before we had this interview that, people say that, you should know your worth. But you're only good as your last paycheck. So, but if it's still the same, then nothing's changed. So you gotta constantly evolve yourself. Why must you pay me, 10 to 20K to DJ at a party? Why? And I'm like, well, that's why.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's why he was doing it. And and what happens is, club owners or promoters go, well, yeah, but you're not gonna bring XYZ kind of people, and it's like, is it about the people or is it about me being there? Because at the end of the day, we still have reach. And fine, you're gonna have a party that's cool, then you shouldn't have made your club about who you bring. You should have made your club about what's happening. And that's what most club owners get wrong. They should have made it about the vibe. Invite people that are gonna bring more people. Don't invite the artist, and when the artist does come, it should be easy.
That's perfect. And now, getting to the closing of the interview, I want you to talk to us about obviously 2018. we're in here in 2018 now, and looking forward for Switch and the whole brand, and the businessman. What can not necessarily expect, but what are you looking and working towards? At this time in the game.
Well, right now, I've got a show on the internet called Massive Metro, or it's on Massive Metro. It's an online radio show called The Switch Up.
Yeah.
So we're on the station called Massive Metro, and we've got our freestyles out. So we're building on that. Working on music currently, DJing still, and just keeping the movement going, adding value to the hip hop culture. People always call it for the culture. What's the culture? You don't even know yourself. It's all culture vultures. It's like, yeah, I'm here for the culture. Like, so what, bro? You know what I mean? People say they're in the trap. I'm like, no, you're not in the trap.
I was so surprised. I remember I was watching Rick Ross and Ebro having an interview, and they were talking about how people don't understand what the word trap actually came from.
Yeah.
Nobody realized what it came from.
So that's what I'm saying. So Migos comes from the trap. 2 Chainz, Future. They rap according to the trap, like, yo.
Because they've lived that life.
They love that life. They really love that life. I mean, don't say, no, I'm a trapper and I got to drink lean. Lil Wayne was drinking lean before you, and he's not a trapper.
Exactly.
That homie put out enough mixtapes. He made enough money. He's still making money off Drake and Nicki Minaj. And that's the thing. Look what Wayne did. He found Nicki. He found Drake. Young Money was another crew that changed, that revolutionized what crews should be like, right? But Birdman just saw a bigger picture. He was like, yo, bro, the mind.
He's always been rubbing his hands.
You know what I mean?
How important is legacy for you?
Legacy is
like from where you're at now. How important is legacy for you?
I think when you're plowing out, when you're giving back, that's important. And if someone can learn from what you've done. Then you've poured out. So passing on knowledge is very, very important.
And your parting words to the person that's obviously watching the interview, what would you probably want to say?
Hey man, stick it out.
You've done it.
Stick it out. Remain humble, and just be open. Be open to some ideas. And always innovate. Be innovative. Always be innovative. And just once again, remain humble, man. Remain humble. I mean, just to have another interview it's an honor, So remain humble, work hard, and don't always follow the wave. You can't follow the wave. I mean, I've realized I can't follow the wave. It doesn't work for me. I've gotta really just stick to what I know, and that's how Now It Never came out. I gotta stick to, and that's where I'm from. I'm from a school of raps. So I know about rapping, so that for me is important, that's essential. So that's a big thing for me. So I know I'm from that school, and that works for me, so yeah. So just stick to what you know.
DJ Switch.
Cool, man, thank you so
It's
much,
a
bro.
pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me, bro. Cool, man.
Shout
Easy,
out.
yeah? One love.
And
Shout
it's a
out.
wrap. It's a wrap.
Shout out,
That
this is
was-
none other than Radio in 30. Checking out your boy DJ Switch live in effect. We're on the Internet, we're taking over. This is South African hip hop. So there you go. There you have it. Whatever it is. Peace.
I got 4 chains. Yeah. I'm in 4 ways and I'm faded, I'm ghost. I got 4 chains and they draped and they gold. I'm in 4 ways and I'm faded, I'm ghost. I got 4 chains and they draped and they gold. I got 4 chains. I got 4 chains.